Hi fans of high quality entertainment. Hi there. Welcome to my latest top 10 Beatles list. Now, I, along with many millions of other people, consider the Beatles the best rock band of all time. You might disagree, and that's okay. But for me, they are. And so I made a list of what I think are the top 10 reasons why I consider them the best. And I would love your thoughts in the comment section below. Of course, there's probably one or two things I missed. I'm not perfect, you know. So here we go. And these are really not in any particular order, but I'll still list them. Number 10 is growth. Just the way, you know, they started out with fairly simple but good songs like Love, Love Me Do, You Know I Love You. I could have written that. And then, you know, within 4 years, they were writing Tomorrow Never Knows, A Day in the Life, Penny Lane, and then going on to Revolution Number 9, which a lot of people hate, but I love. So just the way their career progressed. And let me add, for me, I consider the Beatles the only band that had a perfect career. I loved basically everything they've done. I mean, I have favorite songs, of course, and least favorite songs, but for the most part, I love everything that they did. Unlike, say, Sparks or Captain Beefheart, Frank Zappa, I don't love everything that those artists did. Or Nickelback. Number 9, the variety in their music. They've done, you know, like from really heavy hard rock, Helter Skelter, to beautiful acoustic numbers like Blackbird, experimental tracks like Revolution Number 9, which I just mentioned, blues like Your Blues, pop songs, comedy numbers like You Know My Name, Look Up the Number. They've pretty good variety of genres that they covered in their career. Now, even though this isn't in any particular order, this one would be right up there near the top. The 5th Beatle, Mr. friggin' George Martin. He definitely was a huge asset to the Beatles. His production expertise was splendid. And yeah. Number 7, their album covers. It sort of started with Rubber Soul, then Revolver was awesome, and of course the landmark album Sgt. Pepper. That album cover really changed things with a lot of bands. It's like the importance of the album cover was almost, or it was as important as the music inside, depending, I guess. But yeah, all of their album covers are, for the most part, pretty classic album covers. Even the earlier ones. 5. Number 5. The vocals. John Lennon, Paul McCartney. My two favorite singers in the world. And they somehow were in the same band. Is that a miracle or what? And George Harrison, I love George Harrison's vocals. And Ringo Starr, not so much. I'm joking. I'm just joking. I love Ringo. I love Ringo's vocals. I think he did an amazing job on With a Little Help from My Friends, Yellow Submarine. He's not a great singer, but his personality shines through, and so all 4 Love their vocals. Number 4, their personalities, their individual personalities. You know them. You love them, some of you. And number 3, which is kind of goes along with the personalities, all of them had a great sense of humor. They were all funny. I guess John Lennon would be my favorite for his humor, but George Harrison is, with his wit, he's pretty well up there, and Ringo and Paul could be funny too, but especially John and George. Number 2, their looks. When I think back to the 60s and you look back at some of the 60s bands, some of them haven't aged too well. Like the 1910 Fruit Gum Company. But the Beatles, you know, in 1965, 1966, 1967, maybe not as much, but back 1968, 1969, they look cool. Even now, you look back at some of those pictures and that is a cool looking band. And number 1, which probably is number 1, their songwriting, of course. And I just wanted to end this with saying that the other great thing about the Beatles is all 4 of them made the Beatles what they were, 25% each. It's not like, oh, it's John Lennon and Paul McCartney and then George and Ringo were okay. It's like, no, 25, Ringo Starr, I think he's my favorite. I'm not saying he's the best drummer, but to me he is. And he's definitely my favorite drummer of all time. And he was just amazing in the Beatles. I make jokes about him, but I love Ringo as much as all the other Beatles in the Beatles. And so I would just love your thoughts in the comment section below, and maybe I missed 1 or 2 things of what makes the Beatles great. So leave them in the comment section below, and thank you for watching. Have a great day. Bye. And watch out where the Huskies go, and don't you eat that yellow snow. My tip for the day.